Right now, an update from Dane County health officials about the surge in COVID-19 cases. And as President Trump prepares to visit Wisconsin, he's disputing testimony from the CDC director about a vaccine timeline and the effectiveness of masks.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now on this Thursday afternoon. Cooler temperatures are here. Let's head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Aaron White has a look at your first warm forecast. Hi, Aaron.
Hey, Mark. Yeah, we got the cool temperatures in play for today. A lot cooler than we had yesterday when we were in the 70s for much of southern Wisconsin. Now, we had the haze clear out earlier this morning, but it is we're seeing a patch of the haze coming back into southern Wisconsin this afternoon. You can see that here on our Edgewater sky cam. Now, the haze will clear out of here again for tomorrow into the weekend, but as long as those fires are burning in California and Oregon, we likely will see off and on haze going through next week. Right now, though, we have cool temperatures, 64 degrees. The wind is light and our dew points are lower, so humidity is also low as well. And as we go through the rest of the afternoon, temperatures are going to be hovering into the lower to middle 60s across the area. But like I mentioned, we have that little patch of haze you can see there on satellite. There is also some more cloud cover moving in and likely going to see some more clouds through this evening. But as we look ahead to the weekend forecast, not bad. 60s for highs, a rather pleasant weekend. Maybe a little breezy on Sunday, but overall, a lot of sunshine expected as we go into the weekend.
Looking good. All right, Aaron, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. Local public health officials say we are experiencing a higher burden of COVID-19 in Dane County than we've seen to date in the pandemic.
More people than ever have been and are being diagnosed with COVID in Dane County. The most recent 14-day average was 94 cases per day, which is doubled that from our previous reporting period.
The latest numbers show 249 new cases yesterday, which is Dane County's third highest day on record. Public Health Madison and Dane County Director Janelle Hendricks also mentioned the importance of gathering limits and social distancing as Badger game days approach. Health officials say 42 players and staff with the Wisconsin football team have tested positive for COVID-19 as the Big Ten makes plans to get the season started. Public Health Madison and Dane County says those positive tests have been since June when players and staff returned to campus, but more than 2/3 of those tests happened between September 1st and September 15th. Attorney General William Barr says elected officials should decide response to the coronavirus pandemic, not scientists.
Putting a national lockdown, stay-at-home orders is like house arrest. It's, other than slavery, which was a different kind of restraint, this is the greatest intrusion on civil liberties in American history.
Barr made those comments during a conservative Constitution Day event in Virginia last night. He suggested that politicians, not medical professionals, should guide the public during the pandemic.
The person in the white coat is not the grand seer who can come up with the right decision for society. A free people makes its decision through its elected representative.
In the wide-ranging discussion, Barr also criticized the Black Lives Matter movement, saying it uses, quote, a small number of black people killed by police as, quote, props to achieve a much broader political agenda. But the data shows that 250 black people were killed by police last year alone. Black people are also more than 3 times more likely to be killed during a police encounter than white people. President Trump called his CDC director after hearing some of the comments from Dr. Robert Redford during a congressional hearing yesterday. The president took issue with Redfield's testimony about a coronavirus vaccine timeline and the importance of masks. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
President Trump is disputing his own CDC director's testimony at a congressional hearing Wednesday.
You have 2 questions. Maybe he misunderstood both of them.
Dr. Robert Redfield told lawmakers a vaccine could be approved by the end of the year, but may not be widely available until next year.
If you're asking me when is it going to be generally available to the American public so we can begin to take advantage of vaccine to get back to our regular life, I think we're probably looking at late second quarter, third quarter, 2021.
Under no circumstance will it be as late as the doctor said.
The White House pushing back this morning, says the CDC isn't the only agency involved in the deployment and distribution of a vaccine.
While Dr. Redfield may have a timeline in mind, to my knowledge, he hasn't had intimate discussions with those processes.
It wasn't just the timing of vaccine distribution that President Trump contradicted. He also took issue with Dr. Redfield's testimony about masks.
They work, and they are our best defense. I might even go so far as to say that this face mask is more guaranteed to protect me against COVID than when I take a COVID vaccine.
When I called up Robert today, I said to him, what's with the mask? He said, I think I answered that question incorrectly.
In a statement, Dr. Redfield did not directly address the president's claim, but he did reiterate masks are part of the best defense against the spread of the virus.
We have to have this national mandate. We must do it.
Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden says his legal team believes he would have the authority as president to order a national mask mandate. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
So, while Biden heads to Pennsylvania for a CNN town hall event, President Trump will be in central Wisconsin for a rally tonight in Mosinee. We'll be live there tonight on News 3 Now. Vice President Mike Pence will visit a manufacturing company in Eau Claire a week from today before traveling to Minneapolis to meet with a pro-Trump law enforcement group. A local coffee shop is helping people register to vote. All Collectivo locations, including the 3 in Madison, will offer assistance with voter registration. This is happening on Saturdays starting this weekend and through October 10th. Staff have been trained as voter advocates. Earlier this year, Collectivo partnered with the NCAA, the NAACP, that is, offering a Unity coffee blend and donating 100% of the proceeds. The NAACP then identified voter access as another way Collectivo could help. The NAACP is launching a new information sharing initiative on voting. Milwaukee is one of the 15 cities where the program is being launched. Volunteers will distribute information on voting in public areas like shopping centers in neighborhoods that have high concentrations of black residents. It's part of the first ever National Black Voter Day happening tomorrow and National Voter Registration Day happening on Tuesday. 4 people are in the hospital after a shooting in Dodge County last night. This happened around 7:30 in Mayville at an apartment building for seniors. 4 people had to be airlifted to the hospital. Mayville's mayor says one of the 4 victims is the gunman, who is in critical condition after turning the gun on himself. A new National Suicide Prevention Lifeline call center is opening in Wisconsin thanks to the Wisconsin DHS $2 million annual grant. The new center located in Green Bay means more Wisconsinites who call the national hotline are more likely to speak to a Wisconsin-based counselor when their call is answered. DHS officials say the new center will also put Wisconsin in a good position to handle a surge of calls when 988 becomes the national suicide hotline in July of 2022. Help is available through the 24-hour Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number, 800-273-8255. Well, Sally is now a post-tropical depression drenching parts of the Carolinas. The storm made landfall yesterday near Gulf Shores, Alabama as a Category 2 hurricane, leaving behind a trail of destruction and the threat of more flooding along the Gulf Coast. Across the Florida Panhandle, the storm tore roofs off buildings and down power lines. Many roads turned into rivers. The Florida National Guard came in to help in Escambia County. Crews rescued more than 370 people from the floodwaters. Sally packed powerful winds up to 105 miles per hour when the storm made landfall.
We started hearing all of our windows start to pop. Part of the roof started coming off and siding was ripping. We just rode it out.
In Alabama, boats lay stranded on the roads and roofs have been lifted off buildings and trees snapped in half. Crews are already hard at work restoring power. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Our week-long back-to-school series continues with a dish that's A+ in our book.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale on now. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted sofa just right for you.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
If a physical or emotional condition keeps you from working, Social Security should pay disability benefits. Often it doesn't, and deserving people are denied. I'm attorney Don Becker. Don't give up. In Wisconsin, we've turned thousands of disability denials into approvals. Disability law is all we do.
Call the Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. RHD Plumbing now offers complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling, the best plumbers, and everything else you need to finish your dream project. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time, with no surprises. With the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proudly serving all of Dane County.
Lately, we've come to appreciate what home has to offer. Right now at Feldco, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest for 1 year. That'll help keep your home and your family warm, safe, and comfortable all year long. That's something we've been providing for almost 50 years. Let Feldco get you ready for colder weather. Buy one window, get one free now.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Working out? Not canceled. Catching up? Not canceled. Game night? Not canceled. Nap time? Not canceled. If new carpet would make you happier at home, we're here to help with standard carpet installation of just $75. Carpet one room or your whole house. And installation is only $75 while we celebrate our 75th anniversary. Coil Carpet One Floor and Home. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale on now. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted sofa just right for you.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
It's back to school season, and that means it's a great time to hit the grocery store and take advantage of all the sales that are going on. And even if you don't have kids in school, you can still take advantage of all the savings. It's also a good time to start planning your meals rather than winging it when you walk in the door. So here's a tasty way to make chicken tenders that are both adult and kid-friendly. We start with a basic batter that's made by combining a beaten egg with some chicken broth, a splash of milk, a bunch of seasonings, and a good amount of self-rising flour. After it's mixed well, we dip some floured tenders into it and then into some hot oil to crisp up. We're going to want to do this in batches so we don't overcrowd the pan. Once they're golden, we drain them on a rack or on some paper towels. While they sit for a sec, we'll throw together a honey mustard sauce that's irresistible. You see, with each bite, you get the crispiness of the coating, the juiciness of the chicken, and the sweet and tanginess of the sauce. So do yourself a favor. Head over to our website to get the recipe for what we call the best chicken tenders ever, along with the sauce recipe. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a tender and juicy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Next at noon, cooler temperatures are sticking around for a bit, but we still have sunshine and clear skies and haze and fog and smoke. Aaron has the forecast next.
At Healthy Minds, we recognize these are trying times, but we're here to help. Our personalized care and expertise in cutting-edge therapies can help you maintain good balance and vitality in your life. We can help you and those you care about. Contact Healthy Minds today.
I was sworn into the United States Senate in a hospital. My wife and daughter had been killed in an automobile crash. And lying in the bed were my two little boys. I couldn't have imagined what it would have been like if I didn't have insurance to cover them immediately and fully. 40 years later, one of those little boys, my son Bo, was diagnosed with terminal cancer, given months to live. I can't fathom what would have happened if the insurance companies had the power to say, last few months you're on your own. The fact of the matter is, healthcare is personal to me. Obamacare is personal to me. When I see the President of the United States try to eliminate this health care in the middle of a public health crisis, that's personal to me too. We got to build on what we did because every American deserves affordable health care. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. What does free mean? No cost, right? We've all seen ads about free things included with your purchase. Free carpet pad or installation with your carpet, free love seat with your sofa, 2 window blinds for the price of 1. But we know better, right? At McGann's, free means free. Free delivery and setup with purchases of $500 or more within 50 miles of Baraboo. Shop McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
At Healthy Minds, we recognize these are trying times, but we're here to help. Our personalized care and expertise in cutting-edge therapies can help you maintain good balance and vitality in your life. We can help you and those you care about. Contact Healthy Minds today.
Hey folks, Friday morning, Hattie's got a great weekend in store for us in her first storm forecast.
And feeding Madison students learning from home, how many of them are getting meals and what it means for funding.
We'll see you Friday morning.
Away from your TV? Not a problem. Get breaking news, weather alerts, and political coverage from the award-winning News 3 Now team. Plus, all things Madison. Stay connected anywhere with Channel 3000, Madison's #1 digital news source. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
A promising update from a leading vaccine candidate and the best prepped airports for the pandemic era. Diane King Hall has your Money Watch report.
An update in the race to come up with a coronavirus vaccine. Moderna says it expects to know by November if the vaccine it is testing works. The company is currently in late-stage trials and is one of 3 drug makers the U.S. government has thrown money behind to create a vaccine. The others are Pfizer and AstraZeneca. CBS says it is doubling the amount of COVID-19 testing sites it has across the country. The drugstore chain says it will add more than 2,000 new drive-through locations to increase access to testing and help slow the spread of the coronavirus. The new locations will open in waves over the coming weeks. 860,000 Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week. Pre-pandemic, the highest level ever recorded was 671,000, which was in 1982. But claims have improved steadily over the past few weeks after hitting an all-time high of more than 6 million back in March. And when in Rome, check out the airport. The city's Fiumicino Airport is the first to receive a 5-star COVID-19 response rating. The award comes from airport rating organization Skytrax, which grades pandemic response measures from disinfecting procedures to social distancing policies. London's Heathrow received 3 stars, an average rating. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials, we don't have any numbers for, those are not the right numbers at all, so let's move along. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee. I hope you have some numbers for us.
Do too, yeah. That's I've got good numbers today, which is always nice to report. I was talking this morning, you know, we don't even have the 2020 harvest really in full swing around Wisconsin, but they're already starting to look ahead for next year and what they're going to plant. Farm Futures Magazine came out with their estimates yesterday, and it looks like farmers might back up just a little bit as far as the corn is concerned, down about 0.3% as far as overall acres they're projecting for 2021. 4.1 million acres of soybeans, though, they're projecting to grow in 2021. 87.9 million total. Again, as far as corn and beans are concerned, if we bring everything in, the 3rd largest soybean crop that we'd have as far as planted acreage. So 87.9 million acres of beans, what we're looking at, 4.1 million more than this year, and 3rd largest potential crop. But again, it's all on paper. Farmers are making plans, yes, but what Mother Nature allows us to do, well, that's anybody's guess. You see beans are robust on the midday. Still seeing a lot of action situation with China. 2 different sales that were announced yesterday, both of them pretty big scope, and that's kind of pulling corn along. One of my traders this morning said soybeans will pull corn along by the hair just to keep the momentum moving. Not a lot of sales as far as the corn's concerned, but again, like I said, the momentum is there. Keep an eye on what's happening with dairy. I got a sneaky suspicion we might get some confirmation on that USDA Farm to Families Food Box program and just how much of that money is going to be going towards dairy. Yesterday, we saw a real sharp increase as far as the 40-pound block cheese was concerned. And today, our fluid milk contracts are clicking right along. We're up double digits on the midday. You see what I mean? Everybody got a little taste of dairy going on today. Our product prices are also doing pretty well. Barrel cheese is up 2.5 at $163.50. 40-pound block cheese after that more than 11-cent gain yesterday, up another 7.25 today at $2.40. AA butter up another 2 cents at $1.53 per pound. I hate to say it, Mark, but a lot of people are starting to speculate if COVID continues as it is, if people continue to social distance, be careful, the holiday season could look a whole lot different as far as entertaining. And in fact, if people stay home and do things on a smaller scale with family, they actually think we might consume more cheese and butter and goodies than if it was a normal year. So is that a silver lining for dairy farmers on all this? I don't know.
Could be. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Let's check out the weather now. Aaron is over in the Weather Center and cooler air moving in.
Yeah, it certainly has moved in as we've gone through the last 12 to 24 hours. We had highs in the 70s yesterday. Today, we're only going to be topping out in the 60s for southern Wisconsin. And that cool weather is going to continue as we go through today, tomorrow, and right on through the weekend with highs generally into the 60s. And we actually may have some overnight lows down into the middle to upper 30s. So patchy frost may be a concern going into Saturday morning. But as we go into next week, looking at the upper air pattern, we are likely to see a ridge building back in. And that's going to bring some warmer conditions back into Wisconsin going towards the start of the next work week and right on through much of the week as well, as we are going to see that continuing through much of the Midwest and even the West Coast, seeing that warm air continuing. And as we go through about Thursday into Friday and Saturday, the following weekend, that warm weather is going to continue. So if you're tired of the cool weather, we will have some above normal temperatures going into next week. But also, this is about the time when we start talking about the average first freeze. That is towards the end of September, the last week of September, the first week of October, across southern Wisconsin. Now, we're not going to be seeing freezing temperatures anytime soon, but we are going to see lows dropping into the 30s for much of the area going towards Friday, or I should say Saturday morning, possibly tonight for a few locations. Meanwhile, in the tropics, it's still very active. We have Hurricane Teddy. That is now a Category 3 hurricane with winds sustained well over 100 miles per hour. Another area of development bears watching in the eastern Atlantic, but more of a concern is the system in the Gulf of Mexico. The National Hurricane Center putting out about a 90% chance of that developing into a tropical depression or tropical storm later on today. And as we all know, it's been an active season so far. We had 2 storms that developed before the start of hurricane season. That was on June 1st. And then as we went through the season through June, July, August into September, we're already at 20 named storms so far this year and likely going to see at least a few more going into the next couple of days and the next couple of weeks, in fact. And we're already through most of the list. We have 1 name left on the names for 2020. That would be Wilfred. If that system in the Gulf develops later on today, we may see that named. And then after that, we have to go to the Greek alphabet. So a lot of stuff going on in the tropics. We have the cool conditions in play for today. Temperatures are going to be hovering into the 60s this afternoon. 64 degrees now across much of the area. And like I mentioned, staying into the 60s with a little bit of that haze going through the rest of today. There will be some clouds moving in for tonight. Temperatures falling down into the 40s across the area. But as we look at our forecast, for this afternoon, we will see a high near 65 degrees, wind out of the north to northeast about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Look ahead to the extended forecast shows a lot of sunshine right on through the weekend, highs in the 60s for Saturday and Sunday. And then we do bounce back into the 70s going into the next work week.
No rain on that at all.
No rain at all. There may be a couple chances, I think, overnight in to the middle of next week, but really just a dry forecast after all the rain we had last week.
Yeah. Can dry out a little bit. Yeah. That's good. All right, Aaron, thank you. Next at noon, we'll introduce you to our pet of the week, Tulane. Stay with us.
3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Our current president has failed. He's failed to protect us. He's failed to protect America. As president, I'll make you a promise. I'll protect America without exception every time. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our communities.
Looking to the future, Baca Enterprises will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Baca Enterprises is helping you live life with confidence. Visit our website to schedule your tour today.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
Get your outdoor projects done today with help from Menards. Cabot Premium Wood Care products deliver unbelievable quality and satisfaction guaranteed. Save with 11% off all Cabot exterior stains and finishes. Give your pet the freedom to come and go with this extreme weather pet tour. It offers protection from extreme temperatures. Right now, pick it up for just $89.99 after 11% rebate. Save today with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We can't deal with an economic crisis until you beat the pandemic. You can't have an economic comeback when almost 1,000 Americans die each day from COVID. Mr. President, do your job. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Well, a lot of college students aren't having the year they'd hoped for, so Masterclass is trying to fill the gap. The online education platform is offering students a one-year subscription for just $1. Students can take all the electives they want, but the $1 sale lasts just one day. The promotion ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. You can find more information at masterclass.com. It's time to introduce you now to our pet of the week, Tulane. She's an adult hound mix. Our friends at the Dane County Humane Society say she's cuddly and outgoing and loves spending time with her people. After gaining some confidence in new environments, Tulane is sure to break out of her shell. What a face on her. If you are interested in adopting Tulane or checking out the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org or set up an appointment at 838-0413. And our pet from last week, Beatrice, is still looking for a home. Let's find that kitty a home in Tulane as well. The Dane County Humane Society has partnered with the annual Bucky Book to help animals in need in our community while offering great deals and coupons. Anyone interested in purchasing a Bucky Book can do so online at giveshelter.org/Bucky. That's a good deal there. And a good deal with the weather, Aaron.
Yeah, certainly a lot more pleasant than we've had the last couple of days with highs in the 70s, approaching 80 degrees. We're cooling off now into the 60s for this afternoon, hovering into the middle 60s. Now, we do have that haze in play once again this afternoon. I think that's going to clear out of here going into Friday, but we will see a fair amount of sunshine through your day on Friday. A little bit cooler, though, with a high near 62 degrees. And check out those overnight lows dipping down into the upper 30s to start off Saturday morning. We will see more sunshine through the week and highs in the 60s, and we do bounce back up into the 70s going into next week. So actually looking pretty good. All right, looking good. Thank you, Aaron. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.